Good morning everyone. So today we will discuss about the genetic disorders. Genetic disorders means that any alteration in the gene sequences or in the chromosomal fragments. Okay, now next is pedigree analysis. Now what is pedigree analysis? Pedigree analysis, it gives us a flow chart showing that how the trait it transferred from the one generation to the second and so on. Okay, so it traced the traits which are passed from the generation to the generation. Now what is the advantage of this pedigree analysis? That it is used to trace the inheritance of a specific trait, not even a trait only, even abnormalities or diseases also. Now genetic disorders, they are of two types. One, that is Mendelian disorders, and second, they are the chromosomal disorders. So today we will discuss about the Mendelian disorders. So what are Mendelian disorders? Mendelian disorders means that if suppose the mutation it occurs only in the single gene. Okay, the disorders which are caused because of the mutation that occurs in the single gene. All of you know about the gene. If suppose gene is mutated, then what will happen? Then the phenotype means the protein also altered. Okay, because genes, they are responsible for the encoding of the proteins, for the formation of the proteins. They contain the information for forming the protein. Now first disorder that we will discuss is myotonic dystrophy. Now what is myotonic dystrophy? It is an autosomal dominant trait. Now what do you mean by autosomal? If suppose any disease that is autosomal, it means that disease is caused because of the autosomes. What are autosomes? Means 22 pairs of chromosomes that are autosomes, and 23rd one that is considered as the sex chromosome. Okay, so autosome means if suppose in the autosomal chromosome, the gene of the autosomal chromosome is affected, that is mutated. Okay, and that gene which is mutated of the autosomal chromosome, if suppose it is dominant, and because of that dominant gene which is present in the autosomal chromosome, the disease caused, that is known as the autosomal dominant trait. Okay, so myotonic dystrophy, it is an autosomal dominant trait. Now in this case, it means if that the recessive genes that are present, if suppose small a and small a that are present, then it will be considered as normal. If capital A and small a and capital A and capital A that are present, then they are affected. Okay, these are the symbols. Small a and small a, if it is present, then it is considered as normal. Okay, if the genes that are small a normal, if heterozygous dominant and the homozygous dominant, heterozygous means different and homozygous means the same, then they considered as affected. Okay, so let's discuss this flow chart here. In your book it is given, this flow chart it is given, but here this is not given. Okay, but before discussing the flow chart, you should know the symbols, means you should know about these symbols. Now this, it is considered as male, this circle it is representing the female, and this as the sex unspecified, not known, and the shaded portion, these are the affected individuals. Affected means affected by the disease, and this is means mating, a couple, representing a couple, male and female. Then this one, that is mating between the relatives. Okay, then this is first generation, second generation showing the progeny, and here means the parents that are not affected, but the progeny it is affected, and this is showing the 5 unaffected offspring. And if suppose it will be red, then it shows the affected offsprings.